Next, we go to recording. Now here we can set the original key that our sample will be at when we play it back. It's the original key, you can see right there. And our top key will be B2. So our range of our sample will be from C1 to B2. And you can see that here on our keyboard. This area here that's blackened out is the range that our sample will be in, because we're taking a multi-sample, which is MS. You can also set a place where your sample can be at. You can either not assign it or assign the sample to be, let's say, at 3. Or we can not assign it. Now, once you sample, the Triton will automatically put that sample at the first available space. Next, here on our record sample setup, we have the RAM bank. Now this represents what we showed you in the beginning. We have that SIMS chip in, and we have 16 megabytes. Well, here we have one RAM chip in, nothing else is in, so we know we have 16 megabytes of RAM. And we can see our sample time here in our record sample setup is set to 174 seconds. Well, that's too many. I just want to bring them down and get maybe about a 20-second sample going here. Next, we have our sample mode. We can have a left mono, a right mono, or a stereo. We want stereo. Okay, now next, I want to probably get some samples to go into our Triton. I'm going to press play on my CD player. Now, we don't see a WAV file yet. We're going to press record, and now we can see the levels. Just want to make sure we get optimum levels going into our Triton. As you can see, we've got some sounds going in there. Now, if we want to record a sample with some effects, we can do this. We can pick IFX1 for input 1, IFX1 for input 2. Next, you can press the menu button, press insert effect. Here's IFX1. I'll move this around. Pick a cool effect I want to use. Let's look for a nice effect I would like. Now put it on. See that? Now we have a little effect. A little reverb there. See that? It's like a delay. Oh, here's a. Hear that? That's a stereo flange. So we can sample into our Triton, add an effect in the sampling process, and we could save that sound with an effect to it. And one more thing. Now we have a pre-trigger record, and that's in milliseconds. This will help us to get the little sound prior to the actual sample going into our Triton. When we go to threshold level, we don't want to cut off anything we're going to miss in the sample. We want to make sure when we do sample, we get everything. So here, we can add a few milliseconds up to 500 milliseconds right in front of our sample. So it'll start sampling 355 milliseconds prior to the record. What's called our pre-trigger record. Okay, next